Oh my God, there are people here. Hey, Dorcases. Good morning. I was waiting for you guys to filter in whilst not sweating. Hi. If you want warm weather, you can come live with me. It's toasty already. It's spring. Happy spring, you guys. Hi. But did I brush my teeth? Did I brush my teeth? Should I go feel my toothbrush? My teeth feel clean, but what if I didn't? I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm still halfway there. I have to turn on my fan. I can't handle this. Okay, my toothbrush is wet. So feeling pretty confident. Moderately confident. Good morning, Dorcases. 50 there in California. Brenda's whining about how cold she is. It's cold in Southern California. 69 here. Giggity. We're going to have a high of 73, but it is cloudy, so pray for me. Whoa. Freezing rain in Michigan, snowing in Massachusetts. I say Massachusetts, and my friend from Massachusetts is like, you have too many S's in there. And so I punched her. Good job, Dwana. I'm so glad. Dwana. I can never. 20 and snowing. I want snow so bad, you guys. I'm hoping when I go to Northern California, there will be snow, but I don't know if there is. 67 in Biloxi. That's cool. I do have all of my personal summers. 36 in Salt Lake City. I do want your snow, okay? I want it so badly. It's crazy. I'm going to see if I can get a kid to bring me a water. Okay, I just saw your notification in the Discord. Hey, wieners. Let's see. Someone bring me a soda water. Bring me a soda water. 2000%. It's going to be Sonia. It's going to be Sonia. Do I have any dollars? I should tip her, right? Like $1 per drink. That's still standard? Is that still standard? $1 per drink? I don't have any cash. I'll get her next time. You know who, when I was a bartender, you know who the absolute worst tippers were? Hands down. You just knew. It's the complete D-bag. Thank you, Sonia. You're my favorite child. I love you so much more than I love either of the others. They suck. I love you too. 2 thumbs down, right? Go punch them if you want to. You won't get in trouble. Okay, leave my door open. It's sunny and 27 here today. Beth, do you remember what state I live in? You live in Minot in North Dakota. You live in Minot, North Dakota. Thanks, Penny. Oh my God, what if you don't live in Minot? What if it's somewhere stupid like Jamestown? It's not Bismarck. I know that much. Grand Forks? Anyways, it's the assholes who put all of their cash, they have a little pile of cash on the bar, and then you're supposed to dig through it to get the amount of they're and then you set the money back in the pile, and then they just always take it. No, I haven't done that yet. I'm going to do that. Dwana, I have not set up my coffee machine yet, the espresso machine yet, because Boy, good morning. Morning. I love you. Love you. Oh, I'm on live stream. Do you want to kiss? No? Okay, well. I just wanted to pet my dog. Yeah, I don't want to kiss you either. Gross. Boys are gross. The coffee maker was $18. Holly. So I still have yet to do anything with my life. I don't know what to say. I don't have an excuse. I don't really feel unwell. I have a lot of I have big feelings. I'm in a season of big feelings right now. And hey, Sarah, how are you, sweetheart? Shut up, Bella. I don't. You're an idiot. If you think I don't plan ahead for my coffee setup, She says, "You need a longer coffee bar." Ha ha, you fool. Um, I have kids. I barely am parenting them. I kind of have. I think I recall having kids. I don't see them all the time. But like, um, I am gonna wonder, Jamie. Hi, Jamie. Um, once I get the espresso maker set up, you're gonna wonder why you waited so long. I know why. It's because I'm being a giant pile of shit. Also, stop looking at my ceiling so much. Wow, that's spreading. Great. Looking at myself. I put on makeup for you idiots. Didn't, but like barely. I was like, okay, fine. Is this fine? I interrupted you waiting for Corey Richens' second day. Hey, Mary, is it worth it to go back for first day? Or like just check a catch up? Because I listened to about 12 seconds of it and then stopped. Casey, you have an espresso. I don't really care for how those taste. I had one too, and like I tried so hard. I'm like, you love this. You love this. This is delicious. I don't like it. Um, Good boy jumping up there. Oh, you're so good at jumping. I'm very proud of you. Yeah, big feelings having 40s in a uterus. I'm telling you. I've been going through it and poor millennial Meg, like I'm like, "Hey, you're my bestie, not my therapist, but also," and then I just like dump on her and she's just like, "Whoa, big feelings," and then hangs up on me because she's not a good friend. She's not a good person. FYI, you messaged in a comment on Beautiful Mess. You mentioned me in a comment. I was like, "Wait, what?" On Bonnie's video yesterday, she's having a hellacious time with perimenopause. I am like, it's awful. You're 39 and don't have a uterus. It's the lack of uterus for you. It's just empty space. Where are you getting your hysteria? Do you think hysterectomy was like, an appendectomy is to remove your appendix, the app of it all? Is the hysterectomy to remove your hysteria? I thought about that other day because I couldn't spell the word hysterectomy, like even to the point that spell check was even going to guess. And so, like, I was like, okay, how do I spell hysteria? And then I'm going to write ectomy at the end of it and see what happens. I love medicine. I love medicine. No idiot starts today. No, yesterday, Mary, they had a thing. Didn't yesterday they have a pretrial for it? Kate, I'm not gonna remember that. How am I gonna remember that? Don't put spelling of words in there and I'm supposed to remember it. Your hysterectomy will stop you from bleeding to death every month. Why didn't you just try harder? I blood clot as I go. Highly recommend. Wait, what am I mad at you, Casey? Am I gonna sneeze? No. No, probably not. Uh Barbara, it has to be. Never thought of it that way, but yes, to know more hysteria. Have you tried bloodletting? I have a bunch of sucky worms, leeches. Oh my god, I'm telling you. I'm in rough shape up here. And I'm so mad at myself and I know it. I know that if I were to organize my space, my eyes twitching. Oh Jesus. That I might could feel better. I really do. I really do. But sweet googly moogly. I just can't. I don't. All of a sudden it's 3 PM, which is the end of the day basically, and I have done nothing. Man, hysterectomy was the best operation you ever had? Lies. How many operations have you even had? If it's 2, then like really, that was a coin toss. You still like your uterus? I meet some of my favorite people. I would like my uterus and ovaries to thrive more. I am here trying to just be the best supportive wingman woman I could be. And those bitches just don't care. Is this frenemies? Right? Sucky worms is the technical term. I thought so, but I didn't. I'm not trying to get so technical with you guys. I have to dumb down my worms. I have to dumb down my words so you guys know what I'm saying. So, like, yes, sake worms, TM, technically, but you guys know them as leeches. Colloquially speak. I'm just gonna also really quickly. Should I get drunk? Just the other day, I was like, "Oh, well, okay." Just the other day, I was watching a body cam footage, and this woman was driving with like a Stanley cup of tequila, and I was like, I mean, I don't want to drive, but like, what if I got drunk? Steve, shut up with your no. Look at you. You're just Sammy. You are my favorite child. I love you so much more than I love the other two. I don't even like the other two. What losers, right? Yeah, you're the best one. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Um, late. I do have to get a tissue. But because I've had to leave twice, once to see if my toothbrush was wet, if I brush my teeth, and now I have to go, Tony, I don't know if the hangover's worth it. That's a afterwards. That's a reflection. I have to think back on it. Was this worth this? I can't tell the future despite what Mary's saying right now. But hi, Uncle Kirby. What a funny name. Because I have to here really quickly. Do you guys forgive me? I have to go off screen again. What about weed? I'm in Georgia. So it's illegal. That's what I meant to say, it's illegal. Hold on. Everybody shut up. Okay. Watching Beth go get weed from an ally. uh Girl, you must see my comments, which are funny. Kimberly, I don't have to do anything. Shut up. Um, oh, my ears just popped. Where are you? Kimberly, no, don't do it. You're feral enough. You're my fairy's here. Um, I scroll back, Kimberly. Which one did you want me to see? Type it in again. Um, yeah, okay. So here's the thing is that when they cut her hair recently, they left her ears so much longer than usual. And also, new girl, new me, she is 9 pounds, which is like a weight loss of like, I don't know, 10 pounds. But she was in the teens. Like she was a chonk. She was a chonk. So when I was in Oregon where weed was legal, I tried it and I know it kills me too. Her tongue does kill me too. Um, I don't like it because I suck at knowing doses well enough. And I always felt, even if I did a smaller amount, because I would only do edibles, because I get really, really coffee. Like my delicate, precious lungs cannot handle a vape or smoking. So I would have, I know, I bet Mark seizes all the weed for you. I know he's not DEA. It's a benefit. Oh, April, in a second, loop me back to Mark and I will tell you something funny. Guys, she can barely take Benadryl. Holly, ouch, but true. So okay, everybody think back to when you're drinking, right? And you drink way too much, but you're not there yet. You're at the point where you're like, oh shit, I am really drunk and I'm going to be throwing up like crazy. Like this is going to be bad. I drink a lot. Leave me alone. Um, and you know you're about to cross over into the I throw up in the bar bathroom for 3 hours, but you can't stop it. Like you can't pull it back from there no matter what you do. You're like, shit. That's how pot makes me feel all the time. Like there's barely a good, like, oh, I feel better. I am just like at the uh-oh all the time, and I cannot handle that. You thought you were on fire and jumped in the pool with your clothes on. Oh, Jamie, that's funny. Sorry. Hi, Kelly. Um, With PIPA, with asthma and other issues, definitely can't do the smoking part, right? I even have that, but I was just like, I cough. Like, I cough so much and then I get, like, wet lung cough, and I hate that. So I just don't do well with it. You have an actual allergy to weed, April? Square. Do 1 of 2? Squares. Nerds, go get in the nerds. I have a girl went to the Stones concert in '92, old, outdoor stadium, sat in the lower part of the upper tier, ended up having a huge inversion of secondhand pot smoke. The beer that night was good. Um, you were with your alcoholic friend yesterday, so my note to the drunkenness. Yeah, I was just talking to my family, all alcoholics, all in AA. I was just talking to my brother and I was like, "Why do you think you are an alcoholic, but I am not an alcoholic?" And he's like, "I don't think about it, but like shit happens, I guess." And I was like, "I think about it a lot how like so much of our family had it terribly." And I was like, "And you fought so hard to be sober." And one day I was like, "I feel yucky, so maybe no more." Like that's the amount of effort I put into it. I was like, yuck." Right? Hi, Paulette. How are you, dum dum? Um, People try to convince you to do edibles, but then admitted it's really hard to control the dosage. I suck at it, and I do not care for how it feels. And Mark would always be like, "Just relax, like just feel good." And I was like, "I don't feel good though. I'm relaxing into feeling really terrible. I don't want that." Were they surrounded by alcoholics? No. Okay, so my grandpa alcoholic. My dad got kicked out of the house at 15. Dad alcoholic. But when I was 1 years old, like, alcoholics should have been dead. Why is my dad not in prison? Or dad? Tell me that. Um, and then when I was 1, he said that he looked at me drunk, just drunk, right? Trying to keep his shit together, and my brother would have been 3, and I was 1, or 2 and a half, and I was 1. Um, and he was like, "Okay, I can't anymore." And so my dad's been sober for 42 years. But when my brother, like, came of age, he started drinking a ton. I drank a ton. I drank a ton. We were not surrounded by alcoholics, but we come from so many alcoholics, right? Like, and my whole life I knew my dad always talked about alcoholism, sobriety, recovery, how hard it was, how bad it went, how he could not control it, and that it does run in our family. So, like, I could take the opportunity to drink, but we are huge drunk, like, we're drunks. My family are drunks. Really living up to that Irish American stereotype. Um, and so my brother he just, like, started casually drinking when he got to college, got extraordinarily like turned into an alcoholic. But he wasn't an alcoholic for nearly as long. He's been sober 15 years, I believe. But fought hard for it. So, but I never fought hard for it. I just decided not to drink one day. And I could drink tomorrow and decide not to drink for 7 more years. Um, you were an '80s binge drinker like every other college student at the time. Like, I drank so much because I was technically in college. I just got back from Iraq. I was in my early 20s. It was still really popular to drink because I guess now the youths, idiots, don't drink. So, yeah, foods that have been cooked with marijuana are edibles, often in the form of gummies or chocolates. Thank you. My eyebrows always look good. What's Mark's story for April? Beth. Oh, Penny. Okay. So we were joking around. Mark and I were talking, and then I was like, "I'm going to kill you," as we do. And I was like, "Statistically speaking, you're the most likely person to kill me." And he's like, "That's true." And I was like, "And I'm the most likely person you would kill." Oh, that's what it was. It was a video of a woman who was crying. Sorry for her, but she was talking to her husband where she was like, "I just realized, like, I'm trying not to think about it, but you are so much stronger than me that you could just kill me if you decided one day." And like she was really struggling with the fear that that put into her heart. So I looked at Mark, I was like, "Babe, I'm really struggling with anxiety because I just realized you're so much stronger than me that you could kill me one day." And he's like, "You just realized that I could kill you? You just realized that?" It's like, "No." And I was like, "But you are like likeliness you're gonna kill me." He goes, "Actually, lucky for you because of my job, it's statistically like you're like more likely that I will kill someone else than you." And I was like, "Oh, that's good for me." So yeah, I got that going for me. I am statistically speaking, he's still the most likely to kill me, but I am not the most likely person that he would kill. So, and that, my friends, is how you build a solid marriage. Uh, okay, but like sneakier, but we are sneakier. Like I genuinely, it's not going to be hard to kill him. He sleeps. It's going to be hard. What's the divorce rate in the Marshall business? What is the divorce rate for US Marshals? I would say 60%. Did I ever smoke cigarettes? Like 5 times in my life, but I was just trying to be cool. Like thrice in high school, and then 2 other times where I was like, "I'm cool, guys. I smoke cigarettes." I didn't ever smoke though. Um, okay, man, it says we don't have that much specific data. Well, because what am I supposed to do, Mary? Know everybody's? I would say it falls into 2 camps. Super good, strong traditional marriages where the wife doesn't work, um, and they have kids, and like that marriage just goes forever, or divorce and like cheating problems. I'm cool. Thanks, Iowa. 73.4. Shut up. Okay. So there's anecdotal claims and older articles suggest law enforcement officers, right? Have high divorce rates ranging from 60 to 70% for lifetime marriages. Um, and then the overall US divorce rate is 40 to 50. So it's like high. It's high. And then like having special needs kids, they used to say it was 80%. Your daughter took her dad to Puerto Rico for his 70th birthday. You're home alone. Have fun, Giselle. That's so fun. Also, really exciting. Your dad was a cop and your parents were married for 51 years. I love that, Ellen. Jamie only smoked cigarettes when she skipped class with one certain smoker friend. She smoked in her car and was my ride, so I figured I might as well. You loser. Look at you trying to blend it. Oh, I'm in top chat. Damn it, you guys. I'm sorry. Live chat. I'm sorry. What in general, what in general do marshals do? All I can think of air marshals, bridesmaids. Thank you. Almost everybody thinks of an air marshal, which is hilarious. But you have to think fugitive apprehension. So the people that they go after and arrest are already established baddies, right? There's not a lot of presumption of innocence, really. So if there's a prison break, which happened way more than I thought it would, to be honest, where with one place we were living, he's like, "I gotta go get somebody." They got out again. And I was like, "How are you getting out? How are they getting out?" So they'd go get them. Um, then can Mark wear a GoPro? Oh my god, absolutely not, tall girl. They do have body cams happening, but that sounds terrible. Um, they do the you know how Secret Service protects the president and that? Secret Service for judges, federal judges, the Supreme Court, all of that. Some of the other departments, like Mark did a protection detail for the Secretary of Education, who is not a judge, in case you're curious. And then the witness protection, like, oh, I'm gonna testify against the mafia, and then you change everything about me, which I genuinely feel like they just kill the people. They have such a good success rate where if you follow all of the marshals laws, nobody has ever been found and like killed or harmed. Like there's never been that happening. And I was like, I think you guys just kill them off. Like, I think you guys just kill them off. Like, thanks for testifying, shoot them in the head, dump them in the ocean. Like, I think that happens. I don't have anything to back that up, but my gut's always been right. Uh, you were married a cop for 22 years, divorced way too late. Sorry about that, Paula. Uh, Jessica, I feel like I could do that. I have weak wrists, but I'm observant. To what? Not yeah, it's crazy what they do. Ditch the transfer van on transfer. That's I mean, and what's funny is hold on, my lips are chapped. That's fun. Um, is Mark's work hiring Canadian and overweight? Hard pass on the Canadian. Gross. Uh, that threw me. That got me, Casey. I have no idea where my brain was going from there. Has Mark ever air marshaled? That is two totally different things. That's being a professional basketball player and you're like, "Oh, but do you ice skate?" Like, for the Olympics. I was gonna say football, but there were crossover there, so I no, that's baseball and football. It's like being a professional basketball player, and then you're like, "Does he ever do pro football?" Totally different jobs. But my next door neighbor was an air marshal. Would never have thought it. Just like she's so petite that I was like, "What? How?" But can you farm? Thank you, Ashley. Apparently the minimum wage is going up to almost 18 an hour. Where, Tama? Washington State's butt. If Washington State was so good, why is it flooding? It can't even absorb water from the sky. That's basically everywhere that gets too much rain. That's just science. We can all be Canadian now. Pass. Gross. They're not like Mountie they're no, but yes. Um, Also the only law enforcement that can go on to Indian reservations because Indian reservations are sovereign, except for federal marshals. Does Mark go after drug dealers? It depends. Um, like a big portion would be drug dealers, murderers, rapists, childs, anything. Uh all of those sorts. Also, do you know who they go after? Do you know who they go after? This is super important. Are you ready? If you get a speeding ticket on like federal grounds like Yosemite, it's US Marshals. Will come after. If you don't pay it, they will call you and be like, "Hey, US Marshals, we're going to come get you if you don't pay your ticket." And then everybody loses their minds and pays their ticket. Found that very funny. What's disappointing, Brett? Canadians are disappointing. I know. I'm sorry, sweetheart. But they exist. We just have to come to terms with it. I'm trying. Do they bring your kids to work days? Yes. And Mark has done that. I'm not going to blow my nose. Something else is about to happen. Mark used to bring the kids to his work and it's really fun. Everybody's so kind. They don't get to go in the cells with the prisoners, but if there's no prisoners in the cell, they'll go into the cells and they can watch like the cameras of everybody in there. And it's a okay, shut up. So the marshals, I've explained this, but like a lot of people don't know, and I genuinely didn't know until Mark became one. So you guys know how sheriffs, you have an elected sheriff and then you have sheriff deputies. So like you have the sheriff who's not really doing sheriffies, but then you have sheriff deputies who sheriff deputy and they're the ones who go do things. So marshals are presidentially appointed like heads and there are batches of marshal districts everywhere, right? That didn't I thought somebody broke something. Rangers are just Texas. Marshals are federal. So different jurisdictions. Like, you know how sheriffs are in charge of not municipal, like you have city police who do city police stuff and sheriffs who do outside of the city stuff. And like There's just different jurisdictions. Marshals are federal. And marshals have different jurisdictions everywhere. So there's a lot of marshals. And then you have chiefs who are deputies who work their ways up. So marshals do not have to be a US Marshal. Like our favorite ones came from like USDA, like worked in the Department of Agriculture. Well, they're all that, but like a USDA guy who got appointed here. So then, and then marshals, like the deputies, you can work your way up to supervisor. So, um, so our marshal, really fun and stuff like that. But the chief, the one right below the chief, yeah, everybody hit like. How dare you? Um, Calvin was in kindergarten, and I brought him in to work because I needed to do something for Mark, or I don't know what I was doing, but I brought him into work. And Calvin had just gotten into a fight with another kindergartner because this kindergartner wouldn't stop bugging him and his friend. So he put him in a headlock. He used his words. He tried using his words. And so we went into the chief. And the chief was like, okay. Went into his office and he's like, "Hi, Calvin." Calvin's like, "Hi, chief." And he's like, "Okay, so we had to do a little use of force. You put your hands on somebody, but you did, try using your words and stuff like that." And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, well, here's the thing. We need you to practice not putting your hands on people because that has to be something we do towards the very end. But, you're still part of the team. And I'm really excited to have you as a marshal. And we're all here for you, buddy." And Calvin's like, "Yes, thanks." And so, like, we were leaving and he was so excited. Like, the chief was so cool. We went into Mark's office and stuff like that. And Calvin, as we were leaving, like, we said bye to all the deputies and stuff like that. And as we were leaving, Calvin's like, "I'm part of this." And it was just so cute. It was just so cute. Um, oh, bye, April. Don't eat the cat med yourself. And it was just so cute. I loved it so much. But anyways, we brought our kid to work that day because he had to go answer for his actions to the chief. You are late, Lisa. Late and dad. Calvin's so cute. He was just so happy about everything. It's cute. Um, and like they also, just like a lot of cops, they carry around stickers and tiny little marshal badges and stuff like that to give out to kids. I didn't get words. I'm not an idiot. Half of that might be true. You pick which half. I'm not sweating at all. You're going to start your own law? Try again. You can enforce my law. Would you like that? It's very eye for an eye. Unless it's my eyes. And then it's just both of your eyes. That made sense. And I'm proud of that. Usually we don't lick our butts. The usually is alarming in there. Tama Bama. It's the usual for me. Get me a siren for on top of the Volvo. Shut up. You guys, when we were watching Home Alone, when the cops show up to get the bad guys, the freaking cop cars, absolutely hilarious. Like the lights on the cop cars got me. But to be that flexible, are we yearning to remove a rib? Remember that rumor? That was a good rumor. I think Beth saw something about having 2 drains in swimming pools. Very sad. Why would it be sad to have 2 drains in swimming pools? You get things done twice. Did I do anything for the new year? I went to bed at 12:01. I was like, "Happy New Year." Kissed everyone in my family. Out. It was amazing. But I didn't feel well. I'm on live chat now, Mary. I was on top chat for some time. Does it look like I'm missing? I'll scoot back and forth. Hold on. Top live. The story about why it became a law to have 2 is sad. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I bet it involves kids. Shut up, Babs. Bad. Hi, Tabitha. How are you, sweetie? Haven't seen you in a hot minute. Oh, Okay, so also, I wanted to talk about this with you guys since yesterday morning, so not that long. But obviously, I'm watching a lot of body cam stuff, a lot of body cam, a lot of finance stuff. But the body cam just gets me every time because I'm like, would I be that wild if I was drunk driving? Would I be that absolutely wretched? Would I be screaming, my husband's a cop? Like, you guys are doing this on purpose. Like, would I be that way? Maybe. I don't know. Um, but it was this man. Usually I don't bag on men. I love men. I think the patriarchy is great. I don't want to open my own jars. Also, I lack the capability, right? Love men. But we have to admit that they have a different skill set, a completely different skill set. And this guy had 0 skills. But um it was in Washington. You guys know, maybe not all of you, especially not you Canadians, dorks. Uh Joint Base Lewis McChord. Okay, so it was there near, if you will, it's kind of near Seattle, Washington, you know? Yeah. Oh, okay, tall girl Jessica. Wrong you're so stupid. Pull the celebrity card. Do you know who I am? That would be so funny. Okay, so there it's at that base and the wife is Army. They were both Army, but he was just recently kicked out, right? Hi, Crystal. I'm talking about your, not your region. Like, I'm not talking about your vagina. I'm talking about kind of where you live. Um, but if you want, we could. No, that's weird. Don't do that. Let's talk about Iowa's vagina. No, I'm just kidding. Um, Three boobed Iowa, right? Iowa's got 3 boobs. Used to. Pull it together. Stay focused. We can do this. My eye is twitching. Anyways, he had just been um discharged from the army and she had deployed and she had been gone for like 3 days, right? The mom. So the call was on the side of a very busy interstate and it was like 3 people had pulled over after this truck because they're like, this dude dropped his 4-year-old on the side of the interstate and was going to leave her. And so they actually flagged down a random cop and they're like, he was just going to take off. And the dad's like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was just trying to scare her. I wanted to teach her a lesson. She was just screaming and I just wanted to scare her that I was going to leave her on the side of the interstate. And all the other drivers were like, that nope, he was going to leave, but we all pulled over, right? What about Canadian bits? Gross. Um, and not just it was like the interstates. And so then the cop, the responding cop, clearly not a parent. There's no way he was a parent. And he went and he's like, hold on, I'll be right back. And he goes and he calls his supervisor and was like, it just seems like he was trying to discipline the child. And, but the people here, man, they're big mad. They really want something to happen. Like, there's a lot of people here and they're really pissed. And the supervisor's like, the thing that's going to happen is jail. He's going to jail. And like, he was just like, why'd you spit out your water? Um, and so like another cop shows up, and the guy's like, I was just frustrated and stuff like that. And so they get the little girl, and the guy's going through the phone. The dad doesn't want to say who his wife is, and they're like, you have to, we're gonna call CPS. We don't want to put her in CPS, but like if you have somebody an adult. And so he's like, my she's deployed, and they're like, okay, how long she been gone? He's like 3 days. And, the other cop knew, like, looked at the picture on the phone, was like, "Oh, I know this woman. I know the mom. Do you want me to call her?" And they're like, "You know her well enough to have her phone number?" And he's like, "Yep, let me call her." And the mom was like, she was in Texas, not for very long, and she was like, "Oh my god." And so he, was arrested for child abandonment, the side of a freeway, and, like, I wonder if the wife got home, but just like, you couldn't hold it together for a crying baby for 3 days? That was your like, and you couldn't wait until you got somewhere? Like, just turn up the music and drown out the kid. I've done that. Not my proudest moment, but I've been at my breaking point with screaming babies in a car where I just turned up the volume to get where I could go. I don't, yeah, I'm surprised too. So, yeah, it's just Hubby watches shows like that on A&E. I love it. My husband hates it. My husband hates it. Wait, Iowa, did we, confirm? Third boob confirmed? I get irritated when they drop charges. So do I. I wonder if they did, but they did give a restraining order and he was bailed out, but couldn't go see that child. And he had like 5 kids. His 23-year-old adult daughter was the one who picked her up. Wild to me. Just like I get that you can have mental health issues. I get that you can get overwhelmed, but like the side of a freeway to teach a 4-year-old a lesson, that's insane. Your older brother was at that base. Your little brother visited and they witnessed and then when you saw the cops run over a guy in the parking lot, that's not fun. You're not a really reality TV person, but you're a live feral person. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Don't kids fall asleep in your car if you drive long enough? Yeah, unless they're screaming and then they're just in it. Bad parenting in everybody's book, Tabitha. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on, everybody. Oh, what time is dinner? 4? 4:30. Oh, girl. You got boogers in your eyes. Let's get a booger out. Ready? Don't fight me. It's love. She's stinky. She's so stinker. Her feet smell like corn chips. Do we love each other? Like I love her, but she is the other woman. She is coming between me and Mark. Physically, all of the time. She wants to be between Mark and I. She doesn't think we should be next to each other. She's so cute. Yeah, some kids do not handle being in the car whatsoever. It's crazy. I remember though, sometimes when we were driving and it was like happened to be at like 2 and I'd take the twins out to this one play area and then I put them in the car and I am like seriously like lobbing crackers at them. Just like, keep going, guys. Just stay awake. Like, stay awake. We're so close to home. If you just stay awake, I can put you down for naps in the house because God forbid you fall asleep for 7 minutes in the car. And then like that's my nap. That's the opportunity I had of you guys napping. Like, just stay freaking awake, guys. Like, the fight to keep them awake because if they fell asleep for 2 seconds, they were done. That was it. They're like, no, I'm energized, but I'm pissed. And then they just burn down everything. Uh, Weird class. You did anger management. That's really interesting, sweetie. You saw Yorkie at the vet and his tongue stuck out too. It's because she's got no teeth to hold him in. I also love airport drunks. And when people like I wonder so on my flight back from Vid Summit, we did have somebody right next to us who was told that they had to leave. And I felt really bad for him. They thought he was drunk. I thought he was autistic. And but he said something inappropriate. I wasn't there for all of his interactions with people, so I was not about to get involved. But apparently he said something really inappropriate to the ticketing agent. I'm not gonna sneeze. And they're like, get off the plane. And I was like, is it gonna be one of those moments? But he just was like sad and got off the plane. I sneezed. Didn't. Losers. Um, and I'm nervous because I have 2 flights coming up with just the kids and I. And I don't want I don't want a meltdown. I don't want a meltdown on the plane. I think that'd be really hard. I much prefer having Mark on the flights with me. I always prefer having Mark with me. Um, but especially when we're on airplanes. But so at the end of the month we're going to California and I got the tickets and everything like that. And then the mid end of February we're going to go to Texas and I'm going to throw my sister a baby shower and she picked out the cutest freaking theme and she sent me her baby name list and it's like 45 names. And I was like, "Put your shit together. 3 names. That should be 2 names should be on your list." But I did tell her, I was like, "Listen." She's, like, stressed about that. I was like, "Who says that you have to name them before they're born? No one. Why don't you wait and then see her? Once you guys, like, hang out, maybe you'll get a better idea of what her name could be." Japan in March. That'll be so fun. I'm very Jane no, Mary, the tickets to fly to Texas were unusually low. They were really low. I think it was $700 for all of us for round trip on Delta. It was really cheap. The hotel that we have to stay the night before at DFW, that was, like, half the cost of the flights. That was crazy. But Mark's like, "Why aren't you driving the RV?" And I was like, "I." So I started really doubting myself, but I'm nervous that something would happen and I wouldn't make it to the baby shower. You know? That would suck. Yeah, it was such good fare. I was really happy about that. "You're going to look like a monster?" "Yes." "Good job, Jessica." You're just gonna, like, I think people will take pictures with you. I think you'll be so tall and weird looking, they'll be like, "Look at that giant American." They'll try to take pictures with you. You can't afford a round trip to Florida right now? Because it's like everybody wants to go to Florida right now, it's so nice. I'm not Penny, I can't go back to North Dakota. My friend didn't die in North Dakota. Like, I can only go where the dead bodies are in this exact circumstance. And so I talked to so it was my friend's sister who passed, and so she and I actually we've been best friends for, like, 30 years. She was my high school best friend, and we've been really close for, like, 30 years, but we never talked to each other. I don't think I've spoken to her before her sister she told me that her sister was dying, at least 18 months to 2 years that we hadn't spoken, but we're still extraordinarily close. It's very weird. So we sat on the phone for, like, 2.5 hours, and I had to explain to her Scientology. 'Cause what else do you talk about for 2.5 hours? I'm going to, Nan, I'm gonna go to Tyler, Texas, but I'm flying into DFW. I know that Tyler has an airport, but the layover in DFW to go to Tyler is about 3 hours, and the drive is about an hour and 20 minutes, so. You went to Disneyland in Japan? They are 6'1" and 6'4". They big shamed him on a TV. I love that so much. Where in California? I'm going to Northern California near the Oregon border, about around Mount Shasta where that volcano is. Tyler's a sweet little town. It's such a big town though, you guys. That's funny they couldn't fit in the tiny seats. I'm like, it's not funny, but it's hilarious to me. Oh, your brother Ashley's brother went to the Philippines and he's over 6 foot and redhead. I've heard, like, redheads in Asia are quite the lucky draw, so people are there, "Come see you in Reading?" Pass. "Come see me in Wairika." Oh, we're gonna get stabbed in Wairika. Wanna go to the Wairika Walmart? You and I could be like, "Mm, nice." You love Mount Shasta? Mount Shasta is supposed to be a spiritual place. That is because we have aliens that come down from the clouds. They're called Lemurians, and, the spaceship there are clouds that cover the spaceships, and the spaceships drop off the Lemurians, and they live there. They're awesome. I think they're purple. I'm not gonna blow my nose. There's I hold on. Okay, sorry. There's a lot, right? You went to South Korea and little packs of school children, the matching color tracksuits all nearly broke their necks looking up at us. Yeah, when I went to South Korea, I was about the same height as everybody. So I wouldn't say I blended in, but I did not stand out like a sore thumb. It was just very short. The male side of your family would stick out like a redheaded stepkid in Japan, all over 6'3". I mean, it's hilarious to me. I am 5'3" ish and a half. Oh, so anyways, my friend has been sending me pictures of us in high school. Like, I threw a party right before I left for the army, and there's a picture of us. Hold on. But, like, I was young. Look at how young I was. And then actually, she has these. I drew her a whole bunch of me versions of me as stick figures, and I gave them to her in individual little things. She has them still. That's hilarious because I used to brag about what a good artist I was because I drew stick figures. So funny. Yeah, and so she's been sending me those pictures, and I was like, "That's so cute that you still have those." Is Wall Drug Michelle, are you asking about Walmart or Wall Drug? Which one are you asking about? Because we just referenced Walmart, and I don't think anybody referenced Wall Drug. Did oh, Wall Drug. Okay, we did. Wall Drug is like a giant tourist. Okay, it's not a city. It's like a collection. I'll take you guys there. When I go on my road trip, I'll take you to Wall Drug and you'll see it. When I was young, I was beautiful and skinny. Same. But it's so funny because that picture, I remember thinking I was fat at that age. Although I did see somebody say once on the internet, who knows? I wish I was as fat as I was when I first thought I was fat. Like, oh, got ya. You've never been to Walmart, Tabitha? Just kidding. She didn't want that. Kids didn't ruin me. Kids just upgraded me, made more of me. Tabitha's, why haven't you been to Walmart, dum dum? It's not, it's fine. It's fine. Some are better than others. Like some Walmarts are not nearly as creepy as others. Oh, hold on. I'm fine. I'm not sneezy itchy, I promise. I'm a little bit I wanna go to I've been to Tombstone barely, but I want Mark and I to go there because we really, really enjoyed the Deadwood series, and then I became really obsessed with actual historical Deadwood and the other things that happen there, and it's really interesting to me because, the US Marshals, this will shock you, back to US Marshals, wow, are really also obsessed with US Marshal history, and, what's his butt in Deadwood? Timothy Oliphant? Okay, who was he? Who was that? Anyways, he used to be a US Marshal because they used to just, like, US Marshal each other all the time, like, "Hey, buddy, US Marshal," and, like, tag each other in. And then also the most famous, Wyatt Earp, had gone to Deadwood at some points. Um, and so that was interesting. And then Mark went with a bunch of oh, my husband just texted me, and it was no, not Justified, Deadwood. He played a US Marshal twice, Mary. Not Swearingen. Swearingen was the baddie. Who the Swearingen's opposite. The Justified gave me a complex, and I will tell you about that in a moment. Sorry, my husband's not texting me any sort of pictures or it's just like logistical texts. Mm. Uh, go ahead. Ahead. You should. What that thing do? That helps. Okay. You live 10 miles from Tombstone? I'm going there. Carol, I'm going to Tombstone too in my trip. Um, you have a friend in Rena who's an herb? Oh my God. Jealous, Michelle. Okay, so in Justified, um, it gave me a complex, but also some of it was really true. Uh, Boyd Crowder was your favorite? I loved Boyd Crowder. There were a couple things. One, Mark really enjoyed Justified is a TV show with Timothy Olyphant, who I would never say this to my husband's face, but is hot. Um, no, don't text him that. That'd be terrible. So he is a a US Marshal who ends up justifiably shooting everybody, and that's why it's justified. It's a justified shooting. But anyways, he goes back to his home in like the backwoods of Appalachia, and all of that nonsense ensues. And so his wife was there. It like his ex-wife is a big part of it, but Mark's like the paperwork. Like they did a good job showing how annoying the paperwork was a little bit. And I love that. And then there's a few moments where he scolds his wife about how, like, we talked about this. What do you do in this situation? And I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, we do talk about that. And and just like her annoyance with his hypervigilance and his paranoia about things, where she's like, calm down. That person's not after us. But he's like, I just really relate with the wife. And then they get a divorce. Hi, Michelle. Bye, Michelle's what I meant. Um, and like she starts dating like a used car salesman. And I was like, I can't. Like, I have to date something high. I need something that would intimidate a US Marshal because I don't want my next husband to be so intimidated by my ex-husband. Package coming this weekend. What are you gonna get? Um, and so like Delta Force, I'd have to lose weight. Delta Force? That guy seems so out of place. Yeah. So we talked about that a lot where I was like, Marshall Dillon. No. Who's that? You're doing a no spend January? Good job, babe. I'm proud of you. SEAL team? Yep. A Blue Angel? Maybe. That's like it's impressive, but it's not scary. I'm impressed that you can fly the airplane, but I don't know how tactical you are. Get out, Michelle, stupid. Oh, thank you for sending me something. I wonder what it is. If it's 37 tampons, I send it back. Bye, Sarah. Have fun, honey. A pro wrestler. Mark has met like all of them, so no. A mob boss. I mean, like, okay, should I pivot to evil? Should I go hard into like the crime life? I think that Vladimir Lenin is a good upgrade. That's valid. I'm a little bit concerned about him. I'm worried about his safety because when America went and got Maduro, they apparently wiped out Castro's mausoleum. And I was like, is Castro right? No. Chavez, sorry. I was like, oh no, my Lenin. Like, is he safe? Should we hide him somewhere just in case? Like, I didn't know we were wiping out mausoleums. Like, my true love, be careful. So I have anxiety about that. Probably why I can't clean my house. I'm so worried about Lenin. As you do. What else, losers? I have cuts on my fingers right here and right here. Where is that from? I don't know. I gotta get going. Your eye appointment. Have fun getting new glasses. Don't pick out stupid ones. Yeah, I half of most of my Christmas is down, but it's on my couch. Do I ever consider letting someone else come in and clean once in a while? I don't, Tama Bama, because this is why. And I feel like you'd make that choice too. How much does it cost to have somebody clean your house? Let's say because my house is really bad. Would we say that $300 is a fair assessment to bring someone in and clean my house? Like a big initial deep clean. $300? Hi, Derek. Glad you're not dead, sweetie. Oh, hey, more cancers? Gross. Stop that. Okay, for an initial clean, we'd say about 300. Why are you being so fucking sorry? Stupid. Don't say the F word, Elizabeth. You're fine. Okay, so my last whole house and clean reset. There's something living in your attic. I kind of hope for like a person, not a murder person, but just like a regular person, Like a tiny person? Not like a tiny person, but like, I don't know. For your house, I would charge 600. Um, so that would be $300 expense. People can scratch things. My last whole house clean video, um, I earned $359.79. So that is a swing. That's a cost loss. Like I would lose $660 bringing someone in. Does that make sense? And that's not like one of my no, not this one. Not this one. Hold on. What's another one? Let me find another one. I have another one that's not that long ago, but is performing better than most. If I can find it. Oh, you know what? I can do it this way. A dwarf in the attic. No, you can't say dwarf. Yes, you can. You can say dwarf. Mhm. Why are you guys being so dumb? Like, why isn't this working? My husband texted me back. Ugh, gracious. Okay, this one did really well. And so I did one 158 days ago. I did a video and it got 139,070 views, but I earned 1.8 $1,800. So if for some reason this video, and you never know if it's going to be a $300 video or a $1,800 video, then you add 600, that's a $2,000 cost loss that I'm potentially facing. So, yeah, it would be great, but it's not $2,000 great. So, but then you guys, we go in the other direction of how toxic that is. Because how motivated would you be to not clean or tidy as you go for $2,000? And now I am not saying that I intentionally trash my house. I don't. This is my ADHD bullshit. I'm on my back on my bullshit again. And my eye is twitching. Damn, hold on. Um, but the pull is there to just not do it. Like, fuck it. Don't clean for one more day. Okay, maybe I'll make more money on that. Like, I don't intentionally make it worse, but it's really easy to just let it give myself like, oh, you know what? Don't worry about it, kind of thing. Um, is little people offensive too? Sorry, I'm not up on the what you can call people terminology. Um, your mom would clean the house before the cleaners got there. I did too, Kelly. When I had one, I would do that. Um, so there's that, and so there's like a toxic pull between not doing anything and having a worse state to start with, like having a really delicious start for the better finish. That's there. Okay. But then you're in a zone where like you have to eventually I have to improve or you guys will start getting mad at me. Like you just will. If 4 years from now we are in the exact same space and I'm like, guys, I'm getting better. The vast majority of people will be like, bitch, you've been doing this for 6 years, right? So then it becomes a negative incentive and I need to do something. And so it's a really weird balance. So I'm trying not to let the money influence me, but that is why I will never hire a cleaner to come in. It doesn't make sense financially and the ego bump that you get for having a successful video, it's not worth giving that up either. Like, but I don't know. Like, You're already mad at me? Thanks, Holly. But that's just baseline. I enjoy that. I think we should all be mad at me as a baseline. Um, April, but you can't say midget. So little person's still on for good. Okay. And I think you can say dwarf because that's okay. I don't know. Maybe I'll just avoid it. I'll just be like shorties. I'll just call them shorties but goodies. Some of them are shorties but shitties. So just because you don't have the height doesn't mean you have a good attitude all the time. Oh, yay. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate that, sweetheart. My hair. I certainly inspire you to do what I can. Stop letting me inspire you, Tama. I am actively rooting against you. You're not up to full strength? Good. It's working. You'd have to be generally mad at the leader for solidarity. I think that's a good point. Uh, hey, fun size. Um, oh, yeah, you almost told RA bright colorful rugs of spring. Say that differently, Mary. Um, because if you're talking about the same thing I'm thinking about, I saw you say something about colorful rugs and I have them in my Amazon cart, but something else you said was um copy like keep track of what you would have spent to feel better about not spending. And so they're in my cart, but now I'm like, okay, I won't spend $500 on rugs because that's nonsense spending. I'm just going to go through the year with the rugs I have. So I can get, I really think if I try so hard, I can pay off the RV in 2 years. If I try super, super, super hard. In 6 years, we'll watch Sonia and Sammy clean house. Maybe. Feels unlikely. Buttheads. You've been searching for new area rugs for months. 3K per rug. Damn, girl. I literally can't get a high-end rug. I can't get a high-end rug that I can't have washed. That's just it's not what I have going on in my life. I need washable rugs. Yeah, I think it is a good idea to track what I would have spent. And what I think I want to do is show my January 2026 nonsense spend compared to what my nonsense spending in January 2025 was and show you the difference when I pull myself together. Yeah, put the recipe in Discord. Um, Courtesan rugs. Is that really what they're called? Mary almost commented on your rug decor on your court channel chat. Oh, sorry. Brett's talking to Mary. Talk to each, like text each other, stupids. Don't talk to each other in my chat. It's about me. You constantly fill up your cart and leave it. I do that. Um, Sometimes Temu delivery comes and I don't remember ordering. That'll get you. I do really like to Courtesan. It's a brand named after whores. Sorry. Oh, sorry, Brett. I don't know. I'm having a hard time with chat, you guys. It's really complicated. You can't make myself spend money on me. Oh, I can do it. I can spend money on me so fast. Courtesan. It says courtesan, Iowa. I don't care how many times you're right. Ami. That's all. Don't worry about the F word. It makes me chuckle. Oh, I was like, which word is the F word? Can I spend money on me? Yeah. I'll get you a courtesan rug. Careful. It makes you very harlotty. Somebody told me they thought Leroy was depressed in my comment section. And I agree. You can't make yourself spend money on other people. I love spending money. Pay off your truck, please. What? I have a predatory RV loan, Ashley. Ugh. I really think I can get it done in 2 years. I really think I could. And like, I'm trying so hard and I was so grouchy and I was going to clean my house. Really, really, really was. And I was like, I'm going to clean my house. And Sammy's like, didn't you say you were going to go to the store? I was like, I did, because you know what I fed my kids for dinner 2 nights ago? Grilled chicken breasts and fruit snacks. Because I have all the protein and I had 0 fruit and vegetable. I was like, "Here you go, my loves," because I canceled DoorDash, um, and I'm excited about that. I'm not gonna Instacart, but yeah, but I did feed my kids fruit snacks and chicken breasts, and so I went to the store. We don't buy frozen veggies because we don't eat frozen veggies. There's no vegetable that my kids will eat that come from frozen. Um, Maybe peas if I bully them, and maybe I could get them to eat 1 mouthful, but it's raw vegetables. Roasted broccoli is an option. Shut up, millennial. You're so dumb. So Millennial and I were talking, nope, it was Logan. It was my other best friends, about how autistic kids with food issues will just die. So we're like, fine. Death is better. Death is preferable. Um Everybody, Millennial Meg has a new channel where she's talking about how she's a fat fatty, whoever fatted, and is taking the easy way out with her GLP-1, and I am actively rooting against her. It's called Millennial Meg's Health Spots, and if one of my mods could link it, I think you can. You should go check it out, and just all the time in the comment section be like, "Still fat, fat and stupid." No, Calvin likes mac and cheese, but the twins will not eat mac and cheese because mac and cheese is a blended food for them. Cheese with noodles, unacceptable. Aw. Millennial, you're a mod. Link your own thing and drop it in here. Not everybody's gonna do things for you, okay? Am I teaching my kids how to cook for myself themselves? Yes, I am. And they do it all the time. And I'm always like, "What's that smell?" And Sammy's like, "Not anything burning on the stove. Leave me alone." So that's fun. Uh oh, homemade mac and cheese? Tim, that would never. No, Calvin would eat it, but homemade mac and cheese is worse. I thought genuinely, if you say they eat mac and cheese, it's Kraft mac and cheese. That's the only option that's like a hint of possible, but no, they would never. Um, Hi Beth, fresh veggies. Hi. Uh, but Sammy will eat noodles with salt. Noodles, like angel hair pasta. Yes, Paulette. Angel hair pasta in a little bit of pasta water with salt. Sonia, yeah, no, Tama. It's not that it's not the difficulty of it, it's the actual eating of it. It's like an actual genuine they can't tolerate it, if that makes sense. But Sonia will eat spaghetti, which is interesting. It's like Ozempic. Oh, there she goes, you guys. She linked it down there. It's kind of like Ozempic, but I think it's a different beast. It's texture, it's taste, it's like, okay, here's an example, Sumax. Okay. Um, it's very unexpected how food is going to behave in your mouth, right? Um, Sometimes if you bite into an apple, it's very crisp and breaks off. Sometimes when you bite into an apple, it's very mealy and the flavor's not standardized. So it's there's a lot of anticipation. Sometimes when you bite into bacon, it's chewy, but sometimes it kind of like shatters in your mouth. Um Bananas are like firm when you bite into them, but then kind of like dissolve. So that can be a struggle where you have the initial firmness of biting into a banana, but then it just mushes. So there's a lot of unpredictability for what the food is going to taste like. But no, they don't like bagels and cream cheese. That's a blended food. That's 2 things, you guys. Like the 2 things touching is really hard. They don't like cream cheese. Also, I don't think they like bagels. Um, so mostly our foods have to be one item foods, eating separately. I do love making fun of her saying it's cheating. Um, yeah, Tama, they're lucky not to be in public school. I would send them their lunches with them. Um, we drink a lot of milk. They will drink milk with Carnation Instant Breakfast milk chocolate protein powder in it. No other brands. We're also very brand specific because between brands, like you can like peanut butter, but you can only like one peanut butter, right? So like you for a lot they taste different. So in our family, peanut butter is not peanut butter. Nope, they won't eat hard boiled eggs. That's insane. You idiots. They will eat some scrambled eggs sometimes. Um, so your nephew is autistic and his food thing is he associates food with people. For example, oatmeal can only be eaten at grandma's. Yes, I fully understand that. And we did food therapy for 2 years. Hi, Tracy. Late and dead to me. So it's something that we have tried for a significant amount of time to help bring in new foods. And occasionally they will be like, oh, yes, Sue, brands changing their recipes ruins my life. It's the worst. Sammy can tell the difference between milks. Like she'll drink a milk, she'll be like, that's not my milk. I'm not drinking that milk. She'll like, oh, okay. Um, my dad sent me a picture of his schnauzer and he's saying he's panhandling for pets. Just bullying people into it. Do they evolve with some tastes? Yes. They will. Things will fall out of favor. Like guess what fell out of favor? Fucking guess what fell out of favor, you guys. Two things recently fell out of favor and it's baffling. One, pizza. Pizza's not well received here any longer. And one of my kids refuses to eat donuts now. Thank God we still have chicken strips, a specific brand of chicken strips that we can still eat. Do they like pancakes or waffles? Pancakes sometimes, waffles no. Would taking another food therapy help? Maybe, Brett. Uh, maybe. Um, two of your nephews have sensory issues and one mostly food aversions. It's crazy. The no pizza, it's heartbreaking because pizza was a very reliable food for us, a very reliable, but it's called a food jag, is when they eat so much of a preferred food and then abruptly it's done. Like they're just like can't do it anymore. And so they absolutely it's like a hard pivot. Um, Hi Jean. So it's when were the girls diagnosed with autism? I'm curious how young one could tell. Actually, we got quite an early diagnosis. We started the process a few days after their second birthday because when I gave birth to Calvin 24 days before the twins turned 2. And they sent a nurse into my home just to like do a checkup because in North Dakota they have a program called Bambi. And so you're home like a week and a nurse will come and she'll check in on the baby's weight to reassure you that the baby's fine. Um, they will check in on your breastfeeding, see if you need different help and stuff like that, and a lot of other things. And so they come in and I feel like she noticed something because my girls were talking and then regressed and lost all words and like but I think she saw something because she's like, "Do you have any questions over here?" And I was like, "Yeah, they were talking, but now they aren't." And that's kind of odd. She's like, that's interesting. So she got early intervention in and I didn't see it. Because also I was having a really hard time at the time. I didn't see it, but they were not functionally playing with toys. A big thing they would do is like we'd have bins of toys and they would dump it on them. Like that was our big thing, right? Is dumping on them. We didn't have words. There were really difficult behaviors that we were having that got progressively harder. And so by the time I think it was December of that year, so they were about 2.5, they were diagnosed at the highest severity level that you can get. We were level 3s, both of them. Uh, and the testing took like they came to our home for the testing. It was a team and it was did and like we just had a lot of services in our home. We had a social worker for a long time and that's when we were diagnosed, but they presented like classic autism, like the stimming, spinning. It was in North Dakota, Tama. Um, no words, tiptoe walking thing. And also their understanding when you spoke to them was not at where it should be, you know? So we were diagnosed very early, but it was lucky because I was in quite a bit of denial as well. Are children born autistic? I don't know. How why do they regress? I don't know. So many questions. Me too. I have the same amount of questions. You got your son's diagnosis just before he turned 2. Wow, that is very early and that is amazing. Um, Morning from Manteca, California. Are you having fun in Manteca? Uh, your 4-year-old eats 10 foods and will boycott some of them for a while. Yes. He gags a lot during smells appearance, but he's not on the spectrum. Seeing a specialist soon. Yeah, like you can have the what is it, aphid? Um, you can have that without being on the spectrum. It's not fun. I am an amazing mom. I'm the best mom, I think, out of all. Sammy! She's pacing. I don't know if she can hear me. Their pacing is so loud. I am good with them most of the time, but sometimes I do lose my patience like everybody else, and then I feel really bad. It's probably 100% easier to do interventions early than having to work on those non-effective behaviors. I feel like it does help quite a bit, and it's really important. What is aphid? It's a food aversion thing, but I don't know what it stands for, to be honest. Hi, Sean. Highly sensitive people can be sensitive with texture, food, and odors. Yeah, it's just a thing, I suppose. Oh, we put a step tracker on Sammy a few times, and she gets about 20,000 steps a day, which is crazy because I like it's to the point that I have to yell at her to rest her body. I'm like, sit. Oh, fuck. What is this? Okay. I thought avoidant restrictive food intake disorder. Thank you, Leah. The one useful thing you've ever done. I'm just kidding. Oh, they're not as mature as they age. Yeah, that's a big thing. The maturity and where we are. Um, it's okay. I have a stupid effing work call that I didn't think I'd have, which is why I did a live stream this morning. Ugh. New year, new sass. It's the same sass. Maybe it's even sassier. Um, Buckets. I am not excited about having a work call. I am ill prepared. That's fine. It's fine. Wait, look at my first message, please. Last message first, please. Okay, I'll scroll up for you, Holly, because everybody gives a shit about. Hold on. It really wouldn't scroll. Hold on. How would you describe autism to a 10-year-old? Your son was asking what it was like the other day. Shut up, Holly. Okay, shut up. Hold on. Not blowing my nose. I would love to take your work call, Sean. I don't think it would be good. Let me turn my volume off. Just why aren't you working? What are we on? Oh, we're on YouTube. Okay, so then you go to my live. Can I go to my live? View channel, live. New Year, new live stream, bitches. Hold on. Let me in. Okay. It won't let me in. Hold on. Wait, are you in my bye Tama? Are you in the Discord? I can't remember right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm trying to do this. I feel like this is important and this would be good for everyone um who needs to see it. I want to try to get it in this chat, but if it won't let me view my own live stream, which is rude. If it won't let me view my own. Okay, so Holly, I recommend you guys watch that. I look dramatic when I'm on this. That's crazy. This is a pivot. No, it wants me to join my own channel. Just let me give people effing memberships. Why can't I gift? Like, it just, I don't know why it won't let me gift memberships, and it makes me very sad. Yeah, it just doesn't. Like, why? YouTube, get your shit together. So who's Anna Nicole? Hi, Tutor Hater. Anna Nicole dies from an overdose of benzos. Why are we talking about Anna Nicole? I'm not dramatic. I don't, right after you bought it, that's what I'm trying to do, Iowa. I just want to make things worse for you. So, and it just won't let me gift them. So, you guys, it has been like an hour and a half, and I genuinely hope that I get up and clean or do something with my life. I'm trying. So, last month was Vlogmas, so I did not do any members only videos and I didn't do any members chats. So, I want you guys to know that I don't need your money at all. So don't pay for a membership because you feel like I really am like dying under my RV loan. I'm not. I just need to stop spending all my money on bullshit all of the time. That's why this financial call for like what I'm going on, this has nothing to do with me trying to milk you guys for cash. I genuinely don't need it. Um, so I'm not asking for you to join, doesn't right? So, but starting again this month, this week, I'm going to be posting members only videos. So there's the basic bitch membership, which is just called Feral. And that's just, I'm a member, right? And then the next tier is sweet potato, and you get an extra members video every week. And it's always a vlog. So if you hate my vlogs, gonna hate this next. And then we do have a higher tier. It's called Leroy, which is funny. And that one is just a cozy Sunday chat. It's a live stream. There's 5 of us, and it's tiny. And I don't wear makeup almost 90% of the time because you guys are idiots. So I gave you FOMO. Good. You should fear it. Fear it. So what the phrase "I got loads done while you were on." Okay, my brain read that differently, Sinad, and I was like, gross. Pervert. Uh, doing a planner this year. I have a planner that I could probably use and use it, right? Um, what's right up your alley for hyperfixation? Megon, tell me. So, cancel DoorDash too. I genuinely don't know if I want to admit how much I spent on DoorDash last year. Like, I genuinely don't know if that's something I'm willing to express publicly. It's horrifying. The waste I have in my life because I can justify it, and I'm like somebody else's side hustle, like, "Side hustle, here you go, people." Oh, okay, millennial. I don't care about that, so I'm gonna block you. Also, you're dumb. But I love you so much. I love you. Anyways, so that's what it is. That's how it is going forward. I don't know when my everybody live streams, like our cult community live streams, are going to be because I still have Wednesday morning things that should be going for me for the mentorship program that I joined. They just didn't have one this morning. So I was like, oh, fuck it. Right. But now they're like, just kidding. And I'm just trying to get myself together. Okay. I'm going to drink coffee and sit on my couch. No, maybe. No. But I could, like, if I don't watch all the body cam photos, like, videos, who's going to watch them? Like, I think it's my civic duty, probably. Anyways, that's what it is going forward. Probably. I don't know what my schedule's gonna look like. Yes, I will get my shit together later after my mentorship tells me what order my shit should be in. My husband keeps texting me. I'm still watching my own video. Um, Millennial Meg has 2 channels now, and oh, that's the other thing. I'm so sorry. I know I was signing off, but, because Meg and I were talking, and I will be starting a channel for my travel because it is so different than what we have going on that you risk splitting your audience, and, I did decide that I will. What should we name it? That's what I was gonna do. When I was taking my shower, washing my hair, I was like, I'm gonna ask these idiots what I should name my second channel that has more of the bye Mary travel and stuff like that. Like, what do we name it? You won't watch it, but good for you. I watched your video earlier today, Meg, and I did not like nor comment. So enjoy. I'm thumbs downing. Feral and free, roaming ferals, feral on the road. Bye, Mary. That's not a good name for my channel, Meg. Feral Travels, Feral Traveler. What if we have like the C word in it, like prominently? YouTube would hate that. They hate the C word. Feral on the Road is good. Stupid name. Travels with Feral Tradwife, Feral Travels, Go Feral Girl, Feral Trad Life. Shut up, Gypsy Vixen, you son of a bitch. Why would it not be Feral Travel Life? Somebody block Fixie or Gypsy Vixen. Sorry, I said your name wrong. Not really though, because like that's so close to Feral Tradwife. No, I'm blocking you, Gypsy, for being more clever than I. Unhinged is also a good one. Ami, Gypsy said it first. Stop trying to pull focus, dum dum. Just because you're upside down doesn't mean you can be late. Free roaming feral is also a good one. Feraling as I go, right? But it can't be an inside joke from this channel because we're trying to reach other idiots. She's in New Zealand. A DoorDasher told me to F off because I said I needed to see ID. You work in a pharmacy and you're like, why are you a delivery driver if you don't have a license? April, I love that so much. Feral Trav Life. It's so good. Like something like that. Feral Traveler would go down well in Ireland. I bet you I would go down well in Ireland. That was a sex joke. Funny. Trapping my husband 101. Other idiots won't know it's an inside joke. I know that's true. Adventures with Beth and Family. I mean, I like that, but like I really want it to be, I don't know. The other one I was thinking of is the Beth of it all, and I don't know why I thought that was so very far out feral and shorten it to FOF. Now I want to shorten something to FAFO and title my channel that. Put a D in travel. Oh, it's like not on this platform. You're thinking about my OnlyFans. Meandering travels backwoods, Beth. On the Feral Road. Free range feral Tradwife. Oh, free range. OnlyFans? Shut up. That's funny. The feral with the predatory loan. Watch my channel to pay off my predatory RV loan. I think it's something like $28 a day in interest. Send help. No, I do know. Sinad, I am obsessed with my gypsy life, like that show that they had for a while. Loved it. Feral Tradwife Travels. My hair's coming out. Free and Feral is nice. I don't like it because you endorsed it. Adding a D to your travels can get you in a lot of trouble. Right? Oh, more than 20. It's like 29 a day. A feraling we go. Cute. I have to eat. I have the hiccups. Hold on. I can look it up, I think. It's awe-inspiring how bad it is. I can hear one of my cats opening their Face ID, their dish. You must go. Anna, farewell. I love you. Feral RV wife. That's good too. Do. Sorry. My husband just is texting now. None of it's good or interesting. Coffee, travel, and feral. Okay, I don't like it in that order. Feral, coffee, and travel. No. I do like that. Free and feral or oligarchy. FAFO. Okay, let me show more. Now let's look at our view. Are we ready? $27.35. It used to be 35. Lisa says she'll watch, but Lisa, I'm blocking you from that channel. I don't want you to watch it. How do I handle anxiety? Oh, Millennial Meg, do you want to talk about how good I am at handling my anxiety and how I outsource it? To be honest, that's not my department. That's Meg's department. She's in charge of my anxiety. She sucks that bit. She sucks at it, but it is her department. I am very good at anxiety. Thank you. Although wait, what did Ami say? I don't want to give her any credit for anything. You could do Feral Trad Life. That is really good. The Adventures of Feral Tradwife. I do love that one too. We still need feral t-shirts. I cannot figure out the freaking printing thing. Oh, my nose itches. How idiots figure out Shopify? How am I worse than the idiots? Am I an idiot? No. Somebody else is the idiot. This can't be my fault. I'm perfect. Okay. Everybody say bye, do beans. Look at this belly. Look how pink it is. Oh, it's a pink belly. Oh, do you want to come over and have some? Do you want some? Because you're lonesome? Are you a lonesome, handsome man? Oh. Do I ever watch what I post or talk about because of your husband's job? Have you noticed me having any sort of self-restraint? Not gonna. I said bye, do beans. That's something. Holly, I love you. Tonight's needs booped. What? All right. Did anybody say drive with me? No. The tongue needs booped. Oh. Okay. Get that back in there. Get back in there, Doomeens. It's gonna dry out. Oh. It never really goes away. Never really goes away. Lilia, you absolute idiot. I'm saying goodbye. And you say hello. Oh, I'm gonna get sued by the Beatles. Okay. Feral Adventures free, something that starts with O. I have an idea. Don't know that YouTube would promote that. So, okay. I love half of you. None of the Canadians. But the end. I'm signing off. I'm done. I'm done live stream. How do I say goodbye? How do we say goodbye, you guys, at this moment? Okay, bye.